What's good, y'all? Thank you for tuning in with another video with D's and Vogues representing the crew OKC-LOWS. Today's video, I get to work on someone else's build, and I got a lot of things to show you guys and a couple of things to teach. So let's check it out. Let's all learn something new today. This build is going to be pretty unique and special in its own way. This is the first time that I got to do a lot of things with this build. For example, working with direct power and also working with a car that has an extreme kickback like this one. So this should be a whole new learning process for me and hopefully someone else out there who's been curious about a couple of these custom new parts available from other retailers and see if they want to go ahead and go with that. First thing, he has this hop switch controller that he wants to add on his controller. And I've been deciding to see where I want to put it. And if it was mine, I'd like it somewhere convenient. So I installed it on top of the controller in a good convenient place. I had to remove the circuit board and drill a hole into it. And I made sure it cleared the circuit board. I've heard people using a 1/4-inch drill bit to make just the threads fit. I actually use a 9/64 drill bit, which make it a little bit bigger so I can fit most of the plug into the controller hole there. You need to plug in the switch into your hop switch, and the other end of the hop switch plugs into that wire from the hop switch controller. Next part I'll be talking about will be the Hop Shop rear servo relocation brackets. These are convenient when you're running extra long servo arms and tall shocks in the rear and you want the car to sit somewhat lower. So you need to trim off these little nubs in the back of the chassis. I used a Dremel in my case, and then you can install the brackets. There's 2 holes that line up directly where the brackets are supposed to go. You can put your servos anywhere in those little holes. Make sure you don't strip out those holes because you can very easily. So you can see I'm running a KNC long servo arms and it's shocks. As you can see here also, it did not fully extend because it hit the frame. But once I scooted the servos forward a little bit more and trimmed the chassis, they were able to fit and have the rear end fully extended. Next up is the Hop Shop belly wrap. Takes a little more work, but it's worth it if you want that extreme hop. First thing you need to do is remove the front center brace there, and remove all the components on there. Once you have that removed, you need to grind off the nubs with a Dremel. Then you can make sure it's all smooth. Then you can finally install the belly wrap. There's some screws that come with the kit that you screwed onto the front center brace there. Make sure everything is directional and facing on the front. If you haven't noticed in this picture, I got it on backwards and I had to fix that. I also installed a new KNC A-arm since I had the whole front end removed. Next up is a dual servo hop shop kit. It's a very popular kit. Your servos can go either direction, facing the top or facing the bottom. I started with them facing on top. I was using the KNC servo arms. It went into a bind, so I actually had to flip the servos. Once I got them facing downwards, they actually worked better. I also upgraded all of these servos with Jeffrey's ultra-fast super pumps. And I'm also running direct power. Speaking of direct power, how it works is it sends the full voltage directly from the LiPo battery straight to the servos. This plug in this picture has been modified and is a little shorter than usual, but you plug it in between the ESC and the 3S LiPo battery. Then you need to take your servo and plug it into the plug that comes with the direct power kit. But before you do that, you will need to remove the signal wire, or in my case, the yellow wire from the servo, because that part will need to plug into the receiver. I did a little cheat and I just used a piece of shrink wrap and plug the wire in separately into the receiver. A better, safer alternative would be to use a splitter and plug that wire into the splitter into the receiver. Coming up next on this list is I had the Jerry's interior. I put it all together using a heavy-duty stapler. I left the seats out because the owner planned on using some Fox carpeting to give extra details with the interior. Next on the list is the low and slow LED light kit. A very nice addition with the car. I like the lights so much I decided to get a kit for myself. The LED kit comes with 4 strips. 2 of them are short and 2 of them are long with sticky backs. and you can put them anywhere on your chassis, and you have to plug them into the connector that comes with the kit, and there's a buck converter that converts the voltage down to 5 volts. Let's check out these servos and see how this car hops with direct power on a 3S LiPo battery. I know that after hopping the car, there was some restriction when it was in the air due to this car running a deep interior. I think because of the inline motor, it is causing a restriction. I think I would get better results if I was using a stock interior with a stock motor and a limited slip drive shaft. While I was working on the project, something horrible happened. I noticed the paint and the shell was coming off due to the double-sided tape, and maybe the shell flexing somewhat. But the owner actually came in clutch and got a new orange shell. So I swapped over some of the parts on that shell and put it on this one, and he's not going to be done with it. He's also going to spruce it up more with a nice two-tone trim. It's going to go all the way around, and a graphic sticker sheet from Monster Graphics. Y'all, here's another clip of the car. Look how serious, how high that hops using Jeffrey's ultra-fast super pumps with direct power, but you must proceed with caution. There's a lot of power and still remains a lot of stress on the servos. Overall, this car is lots of fun to hop and play with. Alright y'all, that makes it a wrap for this video. I apologize if I went through this video pretty quickly and just kind of ran through everything. Didn't quite go into full extent and detail with installing all of the parts. But like I said, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Reach out. I'm also making a Facebook page. You'll be more than welcome to follow. It's going to be under the name D's and Vogue's OKC-LOWS, where I'll also be posting more of my YouTube content and be able to help anyone with need. And I'll be more than glad to be there for you guys. Appreciate everyone for taking the time out and tuning in. Stay safe, y'all. Keep on low riding.